will he withhold from them that walk uprightly. This is our time, and God will not withhold anything good from his people if we walk justly in love and mercy and walk humbly with our God. We are not becoming a smart city for show. Rather, we are becoming a smart city to improve the livelihood of our citizens and residents. The City Council and myself, along with our dedicated staff, will accomplish our goals. This city will be a smart city, which means more access to jobs, in particular good paying jobs, and reducing our 16% unemployment rate. We will work towards increasing our annual median income rate of $47,408. We will work towards reducing our 17% poverty rate. While there are no guarantees, we will live by the famous quote, "No one knows what changes, big or small, lie ahead. One thing is certain, our journey is not over." Also on this journey, we have another priority. We take very seriously in our redevelopment efforts our objective to bring back a quality grocery store into our city. The loss of the Safeway store in Addison Plaza has negatively affected many of our residents, to include the loss of over 70 jobs and over $140,000 in tax revenue to our city. We cannot sit back idly as another inner-city community is abandoned by those who don't care about us. As a city, we will stand up for our right to work, our right to better paying and high-quality job growth, and our desire to provide healthy, fresh food options for all of our people. Better housing, optimal dining options, higher-end shopping, and exciting nightlife spots will come here in the form of our next development in the new downtown Seat Pleasant as we work to create our Innovation Village. Innovation villages facilitate the creation and commercialization of new ideas and support metropolitan economies by growing jobs in ways that leverage their distinct economic attributes. The purpose of the village is to attract and retain millennials and startup companies in new and exciting ways. These villages build on and revalue the intrinsic qualities of cities through proximity, density, authenticity, and vibrant places. Seat Pleasant Innovation Village will offer the following services to include, but is not limited to, free internet access to the community, an accelerator for purpose-driven companies, and a new entrepreneurship center. Yes, I said it, free internet access to the community, provided you live, work, stay, and/or play within the boundaries of Seat Pleasant, a smart city of excellence. Given the proximity of many innovation villages to low-income neighborhoods and the large number of sub-baccalaureate jobs many provide, developing a village in Seat Pleasant can help connect disadvantaged populations to new employment and educational opportunities. We are blessed with many strategic advantages that can attract the type of development Seat Pleasant is clamoring for. Our location is our greatest asset, as we have two major state highways, Central Avenue and Martin Luther King Jr. Highway, and the two metro stations that are buttressed to the city, Addison Road, Seat Pleasant, and Capitol Heights. For the business and investor community, Seat Pleasant has obtained tax incentive designation, such as being an enterprise zone, a hub zone, a revitalization tax credit zone, as well as a sustainable community, as well as we qualify for EB5 investment. Seat Pleasant is more than open for business. We are business, and we mean business. The second question becomes, how do we keep Seat Pleasant residents, businesses, and visitors safe and reduce crime within our city without becoming Big Brother over our citizens? This administration is firmly committed to ensuring law and order. We strongly believe that our citizens and residents deserve to live in a tranquil place. Our businesses can rest assured that this is a great environment where their customers can shop without fear, where their employees feel safe, and where they can get a handsome return on their investment. It is the nobleness of the profession of a peace officer that makes the art of service the goal of our department. Recently, I have appointed a dynamic chief of police who is committed to transforming our police department into a public safety agency that is efficient, effective, data-driven, and transparent. It is under those principles we will have a department that is truly committed to give the growth of our city and possess the skills, compassion, and work ethic our community deserves. We are thankful for all of the hard work that our police departments give to our citizens in providing safety to our residents, and to them, let's give them a round of applause. Under this new administration, we have seen growth in internal morale and accountability. This has led to the reduction of police misconduct complaints and an increase in our community engagement efforts. For the first time in history, this department is committed to being a real community policing agency. They have embraced the notion that the community, you, should determine how you want to be policed. Our police department has engaged our community through social platforms such as Meet the Chief and Coffee with the Cops events, as well as community knock and talks. We have seen a change in our relations with our residents, which gives them something to be proud of. Under this new administration, this department has truly become the change that we can believe in. The City Council and I commend our police department's efforts thus far, and we look towards a future that is bright and filled with success. As we approach our goal of becoming a smart city, our public safety department must be smarter to provide a safer community. I am happy to report that our police department has already begun the task to forge working partnerships with our federal, state, and local public safety partners. These partnerships will allow us to tap into more resources, secure better resources, and improve communications that will ultimately help make our city a safe and peaceful city. Working with our partners using smart solutions is key to our crime suppression and ultimate elimination efforts. The use of crime mapping has aided our ability to educate our residents and businesses on crime trends and engage them with community alerts, showing how to safely protect themselves and their assets. We are able to expound upon this using saturation patrols, which target crime hotspots and place officers in specific corridors and commercial areas. During times of saturation, our officers are able to identify issues facing particular areas by engaging those who are causing the problems, as well as empowering our other residents to report and remain vigilant of their occurrences. Education, empowerment, and engagement are key in reducing repeat calls for service. Before officers clear calls, we are educating residents and visitors on services available to them, such as family counseling, how to obtain peace and protective orders, and other available resources. We continue our educational opportunities through conducting victim follow-ups, days, and after calls for service, and empowering the residents or the businesses on what is the next step. This use of smart solutions will help us address crime-related and crime prevention methods faster, better, and more efficiently. Third question is, how do we make smart city applications work to our advantage locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally? Let me pause for a second. Would we give our Central High School ROTCs a round of applause for the great job that Central High School ROTC is doing. These are our young people. The world is changing, and thus communities around us are changing, some more rapidly than others. However, this change is not coming as a result of inevitability, but deliberate choices made by those leaders and their constituents and stakeholders who dare to collectively think and perform brighter, bigger, and bolder. These cities are thinking beyond just today, but into the next century, and how citizen engagement can be enhanced. Service delivery can be improved with access to the utilization of real-time open data, and with taxpayer dollars being saved, leveraged, and conserved. Conversely, those communities who refuse to change will be left behind. With over half of the world's population living in cities, according to the United Nations, that number is expected to reach 66% by 2050. This increase, along with the rising numbers in world populations as a whole, will cause tremendous burdens on cities in the delivery of basic services and in building and improving on infrastructure and managing shrinking budgets. Because of our efforts and what we are doing today in Seat Pleasant, I have been invited to the United Nations to present our model to the world. In response, more cities are becoming smart with the advent of smart technologies and the Internet of Things. For instance, Chicago is using Array of Things. Dublin, Ireland is using CityWatch. For Chicago, the Array of Things is an urban sensing project, a network of interactive modular sensor boxes that will be installed around Chicago to collect real-time data on the city's environment, infrastructure, and activity for research and public use. For Dublin, they are exploring how citizen-contributed sensor data in combination with data from sensors deployed by municipalities and utilities can be used to make cities sustainable and connected. For many of our residents, they are asking, what is smart cities? Simply put, smart cities are connected cities. They are connected to better communicate on multiple levels, utilizing the Internet of Things for the purpose of producing both structured and unstructured big data made open and available to government officials, residents, businesses, and academia. This open big data is then used for creating analytics that help government leaders make better and faster decisions that are both efficient and effective. On May 9, 2016, the City Council of Seat Pleasant passed Resolution 16-12 to designate the city as a smart city with an innovation village. The Smartest City Initiative for Seat Pleasant will employ cloud-based Internet of Things and cognitive computing capabilities that collect big data and are affordable by small-town USA where 80% of Americans live. Therefore, Seat Pleasant will offer smart city services that are better, faster, and more personalized, making it a city for me, using information and communication technology with the Internet of Things. Let's break that definition down. This means that we will be better at delivering services to our citizens and faster in keeping pace with an ever-changing world, and that is tailored specifically to meet the needs of our constituents. We will use the latest in scientific achievements using information and communication technology. With that understanding, you may want to know specifically, why should we become a smart city? It is widely known that cities across America must prepare their economic vision or revenue expectations without or with very limited support of the federal and state governments. Additionally, cities around the world must do the same. With shrinking budgets, volatile economies, and the pullback of national government assistance, municipalities must find ways in which to streamline processes, better establish financial controls, and become creative and capitalize in infrastructure projects. This can be done through smart city operations, using open data. So imagine Seat Pleasant as a smart city of competence, having the ability to erect nodes that will measure temperature, barometric pressure, light, vibration, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, ozone, ambient sound intensity, pedestrian vehicle traffic, and surface temperature. This, in essence, would be like a fitness tracker for the city. Potential applications of data collected by this city-style fitness tracker include sensors monitoring air quality, sound and vibration to detect heavy vehicle traffic, and temperature can be used to suggest the healthiest and unhealthiest walking times and routes through the city, or to study the relationship between diseases and the urban environment. Real-time detection or urban flooding can improve city services and infrastructure to prevent property damage and illness. Measurements of microclimate in different areas of the city so that residents can get up-to-date, high-resolution, block-by-block weather and climate information. Observe which areas of the city are heavily populated by pedestrians at different times of the day to suggest safe and efficient routes for walking late at night or for timing traffic lights during peak traffic hours to improve pedestrian safety and reduce congestion-related pollution. This urban scale instrument will enable the city, urban planners, residents, and researchers to monitor and examine Seat Pleasant's environment, infrastructure, and activity, including detecting trends and changes over time. Ultimately, the goal is to measure the city in sufficient detail to provide data to help engineers, scientists, policymakers, and residents in working together to make Seat Pleasant healthier, more livable, and more efficient. Additionally, a smart city is not limited to the above. As the first smart city in Maryland, Seat Pleasant envisions providing virtual parking assistance that guides users to a geographically ideal and available spot. We will provide data about light, water, and soil conditions to groups that adopt community gardens. A public engagement solution will be provided that will equip city officials with vital information needed to make better development decisions. The visually impaired will be assisted in navigating city streets so that every single resident is safe within our borders. Moreover, creating a safe community is the principal responsibility of city leaders. Using the Internet of Things, we will be deploying throughout the city solutions that will be connected to our Intelligent Operations Center. This technology will include solutions like ShotSpotter that can monitor and detect a gunshot location immediately, sending real-time notification to our public safety officials. Likewise, ubiquitous video streaming will be launched as well to aid law enforcement professionals in the detection, suppression, and prevention of crimes. Technological solutions such as genetics, IP video management software have capabilities that provide video surveillance, access control, and automatic license plate recognition. As a smart city, the deployment of such technology will help city leaders and stakeholders play an effective role in keeping cities safer while minimizing investigation costs and cost-effectively gathering visual evidence. There is a myriad of solutions that we will be using in Seat Pleasant as we expand our footprint, becoming a more intrinsic smart city. Just so you are clear, free public Wi-Fi will be provided for residents and businesses and visitors. Additionally, city officials will be enabled to provide location-based services. For all that Seat Pleasant has endured over the next years, for all the grit and hard work that has been required, for the over 30 years that we've been marginalized, where we have had investments diverted, where we have been the true forgotten men and women of this country, where we have been thought of as last, now is our time. We have everything we need to do for ourselves, and we invite our county, our federal and state partners, and our private partners to join our self-directed movement of change toward becoming a smart city of excellence. The journey ahead will be long, but we are ready. The journey will have bumps, holes, curves, blocks, and detours. It is the external conditions that will cause our journey to be slippery at times, cold some days, like today, and hot on other days. There will be those who will try to thwart our efforts, create roadblocks, and slow down our momentum. Yet, through it all, we have faith that we will not walk this journey alone. There is a universal force that is greater than any force or any power in the world which lies within us. We are determined to pace ourselves in this journey because we know that the race is not given to the swift, neither the battle to the strong, but to those that endure to the end. Yes, we most certainly have that enduring spirit. As I close and reach the end of this address, I want you to know that each step forward will get us closer to the promised land. For eyes have not seen, nor ears heard, neither has it entered into the hearts of men what God has in store for those that love him in Seat Pleasant, a smart city of excellence. And so Seat Pleasant has waited for over 30 years for a blessing, for a good thing. Seat Pleasant has waited over 30 years for true development, safe streets, and a progressive, thoughtful, and meaningful movement that will bring our city out of the Stone Ages and into a new land of prosperity, the likes of which we have never even contemplated. However, we will not be deterred. We are determined. God is on our side because no weapon that is formed against us will prosper. We are closing the gap between Seat Pleasant and other cities and towns in the region. We are focusing all of our efforts and talents towards the new day that is upon us. Yes, we are living in a new day, at a new time, with a new spirit that will reach far beyond us. It will be a proud legacy that we can pass on to our children. May God's abundant and bountiful grace rest upon us all. God bless you, and God bless Seat Pleasant, a smart city of excellence. Thank you.
Good job as usual.
Thank you, sir. She gonna put it on, 'cause we leaving out right now. We're leaving out right now.
Chime in, G.
Thank you, sir. How you think we did?
Great.